Good morning, good afternoon, and or good evening. I'm Gwen, and you're tuning into Awesome Living. Now, you know what's not awesome? Feeling like you're going backwards, feeling like you've made so much progress in life, and then all of a sudden, boom, you feel like you're living back in Crapville, USA. Sorry, America. You start doing things like drinking a bottle of white wine on a Monday night or scrolling on Instagram the moment you wake up, having the highlight reel of the world just straight to the dome before you even know who you are, uh, gobbling half-inch chunks of cheese at 9 p.m. on the daily. This is simply my experience of feeling like going backwards. Yours may be slightly different. Well, as you may know, I have been having a glorious start to the new year. Joy has been a daily experience. There have been days that have just felt like heaven on earth. And I know that sounds dramatic, but that is how it's been. Why? Because that is what I'm focusing on most of the time. And yet, and yet, I got to tell you a little story. So I got back from vacation. I, Gwen Aussem, formerly Gwen Elliott, went on a vacation, a real vacation, one where there was sunshine, there was sand, there was palm trees, family, love, uh, tacos, tequila. It was everything that I dreamed a vacation could be in a way, because I don't know if I've ever truly vacationed. Every time I go on a vacation, in quotes, it's really just working in another location. And so I actually was not attached to work at all. And it was amazing. Highly recommend it. So great time, okay? Absolutely tremendous trip. But then when I got back, I started to feel off. I just started to feel tired, cranky, just so off. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but the world is accelerating. So when you feel bad, that can just take off real quick. It can go from bad to worse quick. It can feel that like dense, heavy energy, and it just feels so uncomfortable these days. It's just awful. So when I got back, I just started to feel off and was just, kind of judging myself, like, what is going on? You just went on the most amazing trip and now you feel crappy. What is happening? Couldn't figure it out. And then a miracle hath occurred. I was watching my son and he is learning to crawl. And I noticed he can only crawl backwards right now. He can push himself up, his tiny little 25-pound body. He can push himself up and just keep pushing himself backwards right now. And I looked at him and I thought, that's progress. He's going backwards. The intention, I believe, is forwards, but I get it all in that one metaphor analogy moment of, oh, I get it. So I have to share it with you. So it was really just fascinating to see. When he is going backwards, he's making progress by strengthening his muscles. He's getting clarity. I'd prefer to go forwards. He's experimenting. He's simply living. He's getting the contrast of life. And it just reminded me of exactly how it feels, or what I can kind of use next time I feel like I'm going backwards. Because at this point, I feel like I understand essentially how life works. What you focus on and the meaning you give it creates your life. And so when that happens, those backwards moments, it's just a moment where it gives you a little bit of flavor of life, and it's an invitation to not judge yourself, to see what you can learn, or is there some clarity you can seek in this moment, and stay conscious or awake enough to say, I see that it's happening right now. Let's just let it pass on through this experience, this feeling, and then get to the other side. And how I've been able to do this as well, I think faster. It's only took me a weekend, where in the past it could take me months or even years to get through a dark kind of feeling, get some rest. Stillness is a real key word for this year, which is just sitting down. It can be a meditation moment. It can just be putting your hand on your heart and breathing a few times. Stillness. We want to stop the whirring chatter and just, so however you need to get into that place, trust me, it helps move through the uncomfortable feelings fast. And also, wouldn't it make sense that after a glorious vacation of just kind of fast-paced, flying with a baby for the first time, just a lot of travel, and wouldn't it make sense that it would take a couple of days maybe for some integration to happen, for some chilling to need to take place before I just take off into the next chapter? It's so clear now, but isn't it funny when it's all happening? It's just like, what is happening to me? And also, just the last thought is that these moments of feeling like going backwards or feeling horrible or having a moment of feeling like you're not yourself, or you're starting to get really hard on yourself about where you're at. I just realized, even as I looked out the window today, that these moments are like the weather. There are gray days. There could be quite a few gray days, but it is what it is. And it helps you appreciate the sunshine and the weather that you truly enjoy the most. And we also need to remember that it's okay to be gray. Okay, it's okay to be gray. Yelling at it, judging it does not make a rainbow instantly. So that is my thought for today. Going backwards is still progress. Backwards in quotations. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have an awesome day.